in the way. Just pulling fleece. So it's been a lovely day today here. I needed a lovely day. The clouds, I really have a hard time with clouds, you know. It really affects my moods. Or it affects my energy level, I guess, more than moods. Sometimes it affects my mood, but my energy definitely. Isn't this cool that we're making a comforter with fleece? I just think it's the best thing ever. I love my comforter. I just love it. I've had it for years and it's ripped and it's torn, but I just have kept it and kept it because there's no other comforter I have that's the same as it. There we go. The junk has gotten into this. Yikes, yikes. Darn. Doesn't take much nature to make it dirty, even though I've already pulled it all. So I'm not going to felt it in this comforter. I want to keep it fluffy because the fluff is going to keep us warm. Warm is going to be important maybe, but not too warm. Not going to be a winter cover, you know. So I went to see Scarlett, and on the way back, the spring peepers were peeping in the pond. So I stopped and I recorded it for a moment, for 15 seconds, and uploaded it as a short. I uploaded it from here. I couldn't go live anywhere. I tried to go live on the way to town, and then I wanted to see how much it took for, how much it used up, like how much data I used to do that. I have a lot of data. I have 18 gigs for a month, but I still need to know how much I use, right? So we got a bill for our combined phones for $500 and something for while we were in Holland. I tried not to go live every day or anything, or not to use data every day. In fact, I had it on airplane mode quite a lot. But at $15 a day, let's see, we'll have to start at, I think I pay $69 or something for my phone. So let's say 80, okay? And say Willem and I each paid 80. Who knows? I don't know what he pays. But anyway, so if we each paid 80, that would be 160. So we'd have to account for another 260. So let's say $400 more. So $15 a day if you use data. And that would be 3 per 100, right? No, 6 per 100. 6 per $100. Wow, it's treating it like we use data every single day. We were there for 17 days, and I did use data for a few of them. The first 2 or 3 days I used it, and then I tried to be more careful. And I stopped using it. Look, we have our first outdoor mosquitoes. And our second. Hey, and I got both of them. But these first mosquitoes are the males. They don't bite you. Or they don't bite, I guess. I don't know what they do. You don't have to be afraid of them. But I don't know. They seem to be coming out at this moment. It was nice to have a beautiful day. It was about 17 Celsius in the car. You know, I may end up making quite a lot of videos while I'm out, just because whenever I sit, or I just like talking to you guys. And I won't be videoing the kids at the camp. That would be a big no-no. Unless somebody wants to, you know, talk about their camping experience or something. But otherwise, I think I'll just be by myself doing things, and I'll film when I sit down and video. I'll video and visit with you, but I won't be able to upload them every day. But then again, who knows? If I can make them live, then they automatically upload, and I don't think that is as data costly as uploading a video afterwards. But I'm not sure, you see. So if I have 18 gigs, and if a gig... Oh, hi, Skinnerd girl. Oh, thank you. It's nice to see you too, except I really can't see you, but we can pretend. I know you. You're in there, right in the camera. It's been nice to talk to you all these years. You're a nice person. I've appreciated all your kind comments to me. And that goes to other folks too who have said nice things to me over the years. You know, it's really nice how you have inserted yourselves in my life as I have inserted myself in your lives. But you have a choice. You can pretend like you are listening, but you don't really have to listen. But that's okay because I don't know. I can pretend that you're hanging on every word I say. So earlier I went upstairs and I put sheets on the bed. And I don't think that one's uploaded yet, but that one is. I'm going to make a comforter out of this fleece. So I put a sheet on top of the bed, which is made, right? So on top of the bed, I put a sheet down, and then I took all this fiber that I have pulled, tried to clean. It's really dirty stuff. I got it for free, and I got it for free because it was so dirty. But some of it I got that wasn't that dirty. I've already washed most of it. Anyway, so what I'll do is I have already taken up a whole bunch and piled it up on the bed. Not piled it. I've spread it out as if it were batting. There's another mosquito. I think they think it's time to come out. But this year we have a bat house. So it's yet to be seen what the bats will do. Or even if they're here. But they discover the bat house in the fall. And then the following spring they come. So we'll see how many are going to come. But it's supposed to hold 1,000 bats. I think that's what Ben said. And a 1,000 bats, or maybe a big, huge ton of mosquitoes every day. I don't remember what the real numbers are. 1,000? Ask Google. She'll tell you. I would ask her, but she's not talking to me right now. Yes, she's in there somewhere. She probably got unplugged. There's probably a logical explanation for all of this. Oh, I just got dizzy. Hey, the buds are coming out on the trees. The elm tree. Did you realize that there's flowers and buds before the leaves on any tree? Not just the flowering pretty trees. But if you look at any tree, first thing that opens are buds, and they make these little pretty flowers. They're in different colors. It might be the red of the leaves, you know? They're very interesting. So what have you been doing today, Skinnerd girl? So you live down south of me probably, right? Somewhere south of Ontario, Great Lakes area? I heard it was going to be 80 degrees yesterday in Cincinnati. Can you believe that? Who was it that told me that? Just forget who said that. Nashville, Tennessee. Yes, indeed, Nashville. Have you been to the Grand Ole Opry, and how many times have you been asked that in your life? I have driven by the building, and that's about as much as I cared about. But I sure do like bluegrass music. It's just like Scottish or whatever. Moved to Tennessee from upstate New York. So you used to be up here. I love upstate New York. Hey, I'm getting bitten. I thought this mosquito wasn't going to bite me. Yep, you to the Grand Ole Opry. That's neat. Oh, there's a bird. I came home and I had, oops, sorry. I came home and found that I had forgotten to, can't get this so that the skirt isn't in the way. I had forgotten to close the lid on my sunflower seeds. And there was a raccoon perched there on the top of it, reaching down and eating, and coming back up for balance. They really have amazing sense of balance. You know, they pivot on their hip joints. Never seen any other animal do such a thing. Look, there's another mosquito. Not yet. It's not even May. Oh well, there's always inside. They're really going to try and eat me. Not fair. So I had a nice little visit with Scarlett. She's been making pig pens for her pigs. Actually, she's got them on fenced compost piles, or not compost, but goat manure piles, so that they'll till it up. Pigs, they're really good for preparing your soil, but they'll also get their way out of anything. Once they're interested in leaving, if they can get it, if they can hook their nose under it to move it, they certainly will. And they'll be out. Luckily, hers are tame, so she can call them and they'll come back. That's pretty cool. You can't do that with your farm pigs unless they're tame. Some of this fiber the other day was like 5 inches long. I'd never seen such long fiber. I suppose there's a whole fleece of it somewhere. So, did you hear about my plants upstairs? My beautiful greenhouse of plants upstairs? Well, I forgot about watering them. That was a big mistake. But, you know, it's the way it goes. I enjoyed them. I got a lot of happiness out of them. Every day that I went up there and looked at how big they were. Beans growing on the plants. There's beans hanging down from up there. That's unbelievable. It's amazing how much of this dried on stuff on the end of the fibers, how much of it will fall off into my lap when I do this. So I'm not going to card it. I'm just going to lay it out, and then I'll put the top sheet on top of it. Actually, what I really should do after I get it all laid out is I should make sure I've enough, and then I should take it all off and take the 2 sheets and sew them all the way around the inside and leave a hole, or leave a side. Sew around 2 sides maybe. I think I hear the raccoon. Rocky, my boy. So I saw a nuthatch on the safflower seed feeder. What is that? Oh, that's a blue heron going past. You hear him? Oh, and here comes another barn behind them, quite a distance away. Wouldn't that be cool if they decided to? And they're crossing paths with two geese. I would show you, but it would be futile with this silly phone camera. The other day, I heard a loon, and it was really loud, and I realized that it was outside the window. They fly over here on their way to the lake. It's going to be fun to be on a lake. I wonder if I'm going to be able to find a nice place to go watch the sunset every night. Wouldn't that be nice if Willem and I can find a nice spot on the lake? Of course, it'll change every day. It gets further around. You know, the place it is today when it's rising is not the same place it'll be every day in the summer. It's going to move. The best place to watch a sunset is from on the lake. Take a kayak or a canoe out there. But those kayaks they're very circular, which means they're good for rapids, but they're not good for flat water. They will roll right over. You have to be so careful. Can't believe they got a bunch of teenagers are going to come and use them. I mean, they do all the time. I guess whoever bought them just thought kayaks are kayaks, right? All kayaks are made equal. But on a flat lake, you don't need the kind for rapids, because there won't be any rapids. I'm looking forward to it, you know? Kind of want to go right now, you know? It's going to be interesting. But I'm preparing. I'm getting my head around it, asking my questions, making my lists. And I'm deciding, well, like I want this comforter now ready for when we go, because we have to bring our own bedding. And I have, I'll probably need a rug in there somewhere. And so we have 2 bedrooms. So I guess I'll need stuffed beds. And it's a mobile home and the sides pull out. I'll show you. I'll make videos. You'll see. You'll get to know what our service mission is all about. The church has been always having youth. You know, it's every young man's responsibility to serve a mission. And usually they would go when they were 18 and come back when they were 21 or 19. Now they go when they're 18. Is that how it works? No, I don't know. But everything's younger than it was before. Maybe they go when they're 17. I don't think so. They go when they're out of high school anyway. And anyway, and those are missionaries that are out there telling the people in the world about the church and what the church is about, and you know, Jesus Christ, and it's his church. And it's one of the fastest growing churches in the world. Anyway, but they are asking for senior missionaries. They didn't used to. First joined the church 40 years ago. They didn't. It was all youth. But anyway, so the senior missionaries, sometimes they're on a mission with the younger missionaries. You know, they're helping out in the branch, helping the people and teaching people and helping new members. So sometimes that's the case, but, well, that's the case for them. But for us, it can also be a service missionary. So you can pick a part of the world. You look on the website, LDS. No, it's not LDS. It's churchofjesuschrist.org. And you go into serving. There's so many categories on that site. And go into serving, and then you find missionary work. And then there's different kinds of missions. And so I don't think we even had to get a medical examination for this, you know, because we're staying in Ontario. But it's not, we won't be with the other kind of missionaries. We'll just be in charge of this camp. Well, we won't be the ones in charge. We'll be the assistants. I hope I can live up to my responsibilities. You know, I hope I don't get too distracted and get enough work done. But I do get a lot of work done around here. Just my body slows me down, you know. I have to be careful. As long as I don't do anything, I don't hurt. As soon as I start doing anything, oh, that's it. So we'll just see what I can do, and I'll have to pick my. There's 4 of us, so I don't have to do every job. And not do certain jobs. Like if raking hurts my back, I won't rake, right? And if picking up from the floor hurts my back, I won't do that. But if, you know, they'll be riding the lawnmower around, I'll be able to do that. And they'll be standing up whippersnipping edges of campsite. And, you know, so there'll be things that I can do. Or driving the 4-wheeler while, you know, to take brush from here to there. I'm going to turn the brush into a garden, I think. I'm going to figure it out and make sure it's okay and everybody's in agreement. If I put it near water, then we don't have to worry about watering it. There's a beautiful pond near our house, our trailer. That's going to be nice, won't it? I'm very much looking forward to it. It's really going to be nice. And I'll pull fleece, I guess, while I'm there. And I'll make things. I'll make baskets, I suppose. Maybe I could put you in there. Oops, nope. There. There's too much fleece in here. It gets right in your face. Don't skate there. This camera is over at the side and not at the top. Well, there. I think that's probably the best it'll be. Hello, Susan. How are you feeling? You had your gallbladder out. How's everything now? I hope you're in a lot less pain. Just surgery pain. Good job. We're so lucky, aren't we, that we can have our bodies fixed. You know? Who would have thought? Oh, you know what? Maybe soon you will not have to, you will live longer. My sister, who is a forerunner researcher on longevity, doing well, thank you. That's good to hear. She's on the verge of, they have got, I think they've already gotten approval for a drug that they're developing that works on, it has shown to increase the longevity of mice. And they're going to be starting human trials. But it'll have to be a long-term study, you know, and how do you measure if you live longer? It'll have to be less disease or longer time between diseases, or, you know, like they know the markers of aging and what sort of things happen. So if it slows down aging, perhaps you were, you know, if you took it young enough, perhaps your skin wouldn't get thin and start to melt off your body, you know? Or maybe your hair wouldn't thin out, or, you know, or not as fast. Who knows? It's an interesting concept. You know, if every day in the future were like my day today, I wouldn't mind living for 100 years. You know, but there's a lot of days that are not so much fun. Like, I didn't have an especially awesome day. I mean, I went to visit my daughter, and it was sunny, and it was very pleasant, and we visited, and I pulled fleece, and it was very pleasant. And I could do that sort of thing for many years. Not every day, of course, but you know what I mean. But it's the days that are cloudy and rainy and when you don't know what you should do with your time. You know, it was easy when we had little children. We knew exactly what we had to do all the time. We were very busy. We didn't have time to decide whether we wanted to do it or not. We had to do it, right? Because these people they wouldn't live if it wasn't for us feeding them and changing them and answering their every cry. And their wish was our command. Whereas now, it's funny, you know, but there's a lot less serving you do as you get older. Once your children have all moved out, does it matter if you do the dishes today, or does it matter if you do the laundry this week?